Hi there. Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. This is a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're here this morning to do another episode from the series we're running for the month of June, which is 30 bands that had a member or maybe members that went from a smaller, maybe less successful, or maybe less commercially successful band to a bigger, more commercially successful band, or just a bigger band in whole. So today we have a keyboardist coming from a group called Main Horse, and it's Patrick Moraz, and he's joining Yes on their Relayer album, one of their best covers, by the way. I think this might not be the biggest jump for a guy, but it certainly, I don't think, made Yes any bigger, but it did make Yes very different, for sure. So Patrick Moraz adding that element to their band that's very different than Rick Wakeman, I think. The thing too about this album is that it's probably as close to becoming a jazz fusion band as Yes ever got. I still think of this as a progressive rock band, but it does have some of that jazz fusion element to their music, which makes it very different in some ways to a lot of the other Yes albums. But I think Patrick coming in here really added a dimension to this band that you were kind of missing with the status they had, and they would never get anything like this again. Maybe could have been nice if he'd stayed maybe another album, so we at least had a couple of this type. But at any rate, it's a good album, good cover, lots of good stuff on it. Very similar album in a lot of ways to Close to the Edge, except for this one I think is much more instrumentally fusion-like. You've got basically the same kind of a setup here as on Close to the Edge. You had a album length side track and then two shorter 10-minute pieces. This is the same thing, an album side track, Gates of Delirium, and two kind of 10-minute 10-minute length songs. It's Sound Chaser and To Be Over. I do like all the songs on this album for pretty much the same reason I like Close to the Edge. Like you've got this epic lengthy track, then you've got this real kind of complex, heavier song like Sound Chaser, like Siberian Katru, and then you got this kind of quieter, more subdued track like And You and I. You have To Be Over here. So yeah, really good. The artwork on here, though, is vastly superior to Close to the Edge's cover. Although I do like Close to the Edge cover. I think the artwork here is probably better, though. This was released in 1974. So there you have it today. You've got Patrick Moraz of Main Horse coming over to take over the keyboard duties on Relayer for Yes. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. We are getting close to the 1,000 subscription mark. It's taken me almost 4 years to get there. Not quite, but we're getting close to that time period. If you want to make any comments about Patrick Moraz, about Main Horse, or about Relayer or Yes, you can do that as well. Anyways, we will see you tomorrow with another episode of well, not but 30 bands that had a member that went over to be part of a bigger band or a more commercially successful band. And we will see you tomorrow. Take care and goodbye.